Love.
Fine. Certainly I can tell you what
Love.
is.
I'm Britt Ois. I'm the CEO for Special Olympics Oregon, and we are here in Corvallis for our Summer State Games.
What we call sound.
What brings me here in Corvallis today? Because I want to be a part of the Summer State Games.
Always been a dream of mine to come to the state games.
Special Olympics Oregon uses sport as a platform for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. We provide them opportunities to train and compete in 3 seasons of sport. And we make sure that sport creates friendships, inclusion, an opportunity for people to stay fit and active when otherwise the population that we serve tends to have a harder time fitting into society sometimes. And so we work to combat that.
I think giving your all, try hard and stick with it, and your hard work will pay off over time. So,
Would you say you're like a pretty competitive person?
yes.
This is Eric, a track athlete from Josephine County who, in this shot, is only seconds away from claiming first place in the 100-meter dash at the Special Olympics Oregon State Games. Eric's road to victory didn't start in Corvallis. Eric got here with lots of dedicated practice long before our cameras ever started rolling. But in this episode, we're looking back as far as we can go, towards the beginning of 2024's exciting Special Olympics program here in Oregon, to follow along from fundraising to the games themselves. We'll meet Eric and other athletes like him, plus the volunteers, staff, and community supporters who make this radically inclusive program possible. I'm Keegan Van Hook.
Go ahead. This is us as we are.
Brain translates into what
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
This is a new dimension in sound. This is
Love.
my. As the record plays,
Love.
my.
Us As We Are is made possible in part by the Roundhouse Foundation, a private family foundation that supports creative solutions to the unique challenges associated with rural culture and the landscapes of the Pacific Northwest. Additional funding by the Elizabeth C. Peace Memorial Fund for Education and Social Welfare, and by the members of Southern Oregon PBS. Thank you.
So we're going to do a dunk-a-cop, and we're going to put officers up on there, and then we bring people in. If they want to donate to the Special Olympics, we let them throw some balls and try to dunk us in the tank.
Nice.
Middle of February. It's a great time.
Okay, my name is Daniel Sakapa. I've been a professional actor for over 30 years.
You're dressed as a police officer today
Yeah, well,
yourself
this is
because
supposed-
you're an actor who
Yes.
had a very special role many years ago.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
That was the chief of police from the movie The Sandlot. 30 years later, I still sort of look like the guy. Forever. Forever, right?
Forever. Forever. Forever.
If you have an opportunity to support Special Olympics, which is what this is all about, you will not get a bigger grin on your face to see these kids, these young adults, and these adults wanting to do their best. It's just heartwarming to be a part of this organization. This is going to be our newest officer out in Eagle Point.
And I'm just here to help out and support Special Olympics.
Are you going in the water today?
If need be, yeah.
How you feeling up there, Chief?
You know, it's a little cold. Yeah. It's a little cold. Every time you hit the water, it gets a little colder. So.
Oh, jeez.
This gentleman actually has pulled me over, 3 times?
At least.
At least 3 times.
I just got off graveyard shift, so I don't really feel like getting in the water, but I am doing the polar plunge, so at least I'm doing my part there.
Oh, well, we'll see you there then. So you're doing polar plunge again this year, too?
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. It's a great time.
They'll throw me in. I won't go easily.
This Dunk-a-Cop fundraiser was the first Special Olympics story we shot in 2024, and just a small dose of what was to come a few weeks later at Polar Plunge.
Polar Plunge is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's a zany, wild, kind of crazy event. It just involves getting yourself uncomfortable for a really short period of time and then asking your friends and family and network to support you. And so we have it in 6 different cities around the state. It's a great way to bring a community together. It's a great way for us to raise funds and awareness.
All right, it's March 2nd, morning of the Polar Plunge, and as you can see, it is completely snowy out there. So this is going to be an interesting one.
I wasn't joking, it's a polar plunge. We've had a bunch of snow come in, and we are ready to go here with our costume contest as well as our plunging. Luis Sanchez, you know who he is.
I'm a professional athlete and I like to socialize and hang out with friends. I do track and bowling. I do big game hunting, fishing, and professional powerlifting.
They have big game hunting with Special Olympics?
No, it's outside.
Oh, fair enough. All right, Eric, you're somebody that we have become very familiar with these last couple of years. I think we've interviewed you at both the last 2 Polar Plunges, and then we even saw you at the Pear Blossom Parade when you were in there with a Road Credit Union.
And I'm also a Special Olympic athlete. Golf, bowling, basketball, volleyball, track and field, and softball. It's great to be part of Special Olympics because it gives people an opportunity to meet people and try new and different things, play against other teams, and enjoy some sports.
Sheriff Nate Sickler, Jackson County.
And last weekend or 2 weekends ago, you guys did a Dunk Cup.
Yeah.
Last weekend, how did
ours was Soka Sheriff.
Soka Sheriff.
Yeah, we had the Fire District 3 partnered with us and came out and used one of their trucks and dumped a bunch of water on all the participants.
All right. That's commitment, right? Oh, my God.
Nice. How was that? Was that fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Actually, it's a great cause, so it makes it fun, but there's a lot of good people there, and everyone's doing it for a good cause, so that makes it fun.
Give me a headache.
Yeah, what?
Oh, yeah. It's awesome to support the Special Olympics and the athletes. It just provides such an opportunity for them to, go out and compete. It's a great way for us to engage with the community in a different way outside of the law enforcement realm.
The cold is temporary, but the impact will last all year on them. The Polar Plunge is the premier fundraiser to make sure that they can compete at no cost.
I competed last year in a real professional powerlifting meet. I got first place and I lifted 638 pounds.
Anyone with a disability can do hard things.
Well, what do you think about the weather today? Are you anticipating a jump into the cold pool?
Yeah, definitely because of the snow, it's going to be cold in there.
If this was a movie set, Keegan, all right, the water would be warm, and then I could pretend, right? I could just say and feel that it's freezing cold. So I don't think I'm gonna jump.
Nothing fake about this.
I think I'm probably gonna have to be pushed in if I'm gonna go.
Are you excited to jump in the cold water today with all the snow?
Oh, yeah, very excited, yeah. So, no, it's always fun. I mean, it's a good time.
There it is, folks.
Are you excited to jump in the water?
Not today, no. Yeah, this is, last year was bad, and I thought, okay, this is going to be like one that we're going to remember forever. I think this one topped it.
I'm guessing you're getting in the water today, as I am?
I have to put my money where my mouth is, so yeah, I'll be getting in. I like to plunge right here by the stairs, though, so that's a quick in and out for me.
Before too long, it was time for me to take my own plunge.
All right, we have Southern Oregon Public Television here, jumping with them as well. And 3, 2, 1.
As we are. How was it? Oh, wow. Just great. Was that good? Yes. That was great. I feel much better now.
We raised over $800,000 this year, and that's from people participating, and then we also have corporate sponsors who attach to the event and fundraise for us that way.
I'm just so impressed and grateful to everyone that has shown up and supported and put their money in to support our wonderful athletes, because it really, truly makes a huge positive impact on them and connects them with our communities.
I'm Coach Lou, Lou's Coach Changes. Just love being here. This is the very best day of my life.
Over 50 years ago, Eunice Kennedy Shriver started Special Olympics. She had a sister who had an intellectual disability. Back then, when you had a disability like that, oftentimes you were just institutionalized and people didn't think that you held value. And she didn't like that. And so she started a sporting event in her backyard, invited a whole bunch of people out who had intellectual disabilities, and they competed in sport. And that was really how Special Olympics started. Just because somebody has an intellectual disability doesn't mean that they aren't as intelligent as you or me, or that they aren't capable of the same things. Sometimes it's just a different path from A to B. And so sport is really our platform to make those magic experiences happen.
Good morning, athletes, coaches, and volunteers, and welcome to the Special Olympics Oregon Summer State Games Athletics Competition in Ashland.
Today we have a regional track meet. If our athletes do well, they will qualify for the state games happening in Corvallis.
Funds raised from Polar Plunge goes directly to events like this.
Good morning and welcome athletes, families, and volunteers to Ashland. We are so glad you are here today. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for running, jumping, throwing.
I think Special Olympics just has this wonderful legacy. It's focused on helping us all understand that we can all be athletes, we can all compete, we can test ourselves, and we can experience the joy of being together. So I wanted to come over and welcome people and tell them how happy we are that we're in Ashland.
Have a wonderful day today. I look forward to talking to many of you and let the games begin.
All right.
I did the softball throw. Now I'm doing the 50-meter dash and the relay. I'm nervous and excited at the same time.
Today, the Daily News will see this as the bronze best medal of the whole entire 2024 news.
Let me win. If I cannot win, then let me be brave in the attempt. This is my medal. I won in second place during my age division. I do a 100-meter relay and the shot put, and I'm very proud of it.
I like to do the Special Olympics, which is I got a golden medal, and I'm pretty good at running and everything.
Yeah, what were you competing in today? What won you this gold?
Being the fastest man alive.
My name's Eric Thomas. I came from Josephine County. I just competed in the 800.
And that won you first place?
Yeah.
Nice. How did it feel out there?
Hard.
Yeah.
In the heat.
Please give it up for Eric Thomas! Good job, buddy.
Yeah. We give out medals. We support the athletes any way we can, help out where we can with setup, take down, whatever they need.
Please give it up for Ariel Williamson!
Man, it just warms your heart to be out there just around them. They're amazing.
A great time with the Special Olympics for second and third place.
This is my first year being a head coach for athletics, but my oldest son, has been involved in this since he was 8 years old, and he is now about to be 25. I've had a big, long run with Special Olympics. How much these programs benefit them. Like, I know with my son being on schedule, like, he sees it on the calendar, Tuesdays basketball, Thursdays basketball. That just makes them feel, I got something for me now. This is mine.
It feels awesome just being with my friends and competing.
Give it up for Kelsey Glazier!
I just feel very passionate about all the other athletes who participate in it and are proud of it themselves too.
Give it up for Marie Holken!
So I'm feeling confident today, and so does everyone.
One of the things, if you're a coach of kids, bring them out and let them see this. True sportsmanship. If you want your young athletes to see what sportsmanship is, have them come watch a Special Olympics event, and they're going to learn a ton from these guys.
Yeah, there's 5. We got it.
I'm just the person that goes around and sets up these local competitions. We cover the entire state. Last weekend I did a track meet in Hermiston and one in Gresham. Tomorrow we'll be up in Oregon City, and so we're everywhere.
So you're just road tripping around the whole state doing this?
Pretty much, yeah.
We have a lot of staff that comes down from Portland, from the Special Olympics office, but it's really our local volunteers in our local communities that really make these events happen.
We just want to give back to people around in the community, and this was a great opportunity to do that, and so we want to take advantage of it.
We love competition, so it was all that today, and it was great to watch.
I came into Special Olympics Oregon as a volunteer, and now I'm staff level. This is my favorite thing. All the athletes, all the volunteers, all the coaches. This is really why we train every day, why we do all the paperwork in the office, is to come out here and put on a good show.
I think sometimes there's a misconception that Special Olympics is just kind of a nice to have and everybody gets a trophy and you don't really follow the rules, and that is not the case. We teach the rules of the game and our athletes learn the rules of the game. They want to play the same way everybody else does. So there's a really important part of making sure that you bring on coaches and volunteers who recognize what our athletes can do and push them and motivate them to achieve their best and their goals.
Special Olympics is just for these individuals, so I got to see and meet some incredible people that they're so innocent and they're so excited to be a part of anything, and that just makes me feel so good that I'm able to help them with any of that.
My motivation for you today, guys, is to keep pushing and never give up. Good luck out there and stay cool.
I like coming back next year and I get faster and faster. So.
Are you hoping to make it to the state games in Corvallis later this summer?
Yeah, I am.
The regional games events are just one of the stops on the journey to the state games. Leading up to the big Oregon-wide event is the Law Enforcement Torch Run, where police department teams from multiple communities perform a sort of long-distance relay to bring the Olympic torch to Corvallis.
So today we had the Law Enforcement Torch Run. This has been going on for more than 35 years, and our law enforcement officers are the guardians of the flame, and this flame torch literally was run today from Ashland to here at OSP in Central Point.
We ran 17 miles. We are doing this to raise money for state games for Corvallis this year.
So I think our team was about $700. And that's for everybody that was involved with the run. There's usually more that'll trickle in down towards the end, so we'll probably be close to about $1,000.
And I saw that you were the one who actually carried the torch over the finish line. How did it feel today?
It wasn't that bad as I thought it was going to be. I may not ran the whole thing, but I did about 10.5 miles, which is a lot more than I thought I was going to do.
Did you run all 17 miles yourself?
Yeah.
So you love running?
Yeah.
The flame actually lights and starts the beginning of the summer games in Corvallis. We're excited to hand this off to Roseburg, and then they'll carry it up further.
Yeah, I'll be up at the state games this year and go up there and spend a couple of days with all the athletes and just have a good time handing out medals and enjoying what they do.
2 weeks later, we made the trip up to Corvallis to spectate our region's athletes at the state games.
Wave to me again. Wait, I wasn't quite recording. There we go.
Sport has always been a part of my life. I was a soccer player growing up. I still am. I still play 3 times a week. I know how much sport can mean. It gets you through the best times of your life, and it can get you through some really hard times. I see it every day in our mission, how sport unites people, and that's what I love, is sport is a great uniter. So we are at Oregon State University in Corvallis, and this is our Summer State Games. We have athletes from across the state that come here to participate in sports. Each of those local programs will send a delegation to state competitions. For a lot of our athletes, it's the first time where they're away from their family. They get to stay in the dorms and have that college experience, and then tomorrow kicks off competition.
Always been a dream of mine to come to the state games. I'm still feeling the emotions too, because it's an honor to support Jackson County in the state games. I mean, look at this. We're on the state field and I'm competing at a state level. It's just huge.
I feel like a kid again. It means so much. It's heart, courage, caring, and teamwork, and a lot of respect.
We did shot put and long jump, and we do 100 jumps. I got first place. Feels good.
We also try to create social, holistic well-being experiences for our athletes. So that can be leadership training. We have athletes who are advocates for the organization, so we train them in media, in marketing, and PR, where we're teaching them how to present themselves and how to speak confidently, and also to be advocates for their peers and for other athletes. You make friendships on the field of play, but a lot of times they extend off the field. And so we try to put our athletes in a position where they have meaningful, very real, authentic relationships with each other.
100 meters underway.
We went to high school with him.
Hi, I'm Jack Kane from Crather County. I just ran my 100-meter dash.
And Jack and I actually went to high school together. Lewis went to high school with us too, and we were in a lot of theater program stuff together. How did it feel being here at Special Olympics and running today?
It was nerve-wracking. I was almost lost my. It was like really nervous, but I did it, and I'm glad I did.
We're in Corvallis, Oregon, and I just did the 100 dash.
And you came in
first.
Congratulations on that. So how did it feel while you're out there?
Really hard, complicated, and really stressful. You need to give it your all. Don't take any practices off and stuff, and just try hard and stick with it, and your hard work will pay off over time.
The 2024 State Games was a huge, very well-attended event. The day was full of sports taking place over a pretty large chunk of the OSU campus. Far more action than our team was even able to capture. But the day's activities culminated in the evening back at Reser Stadium, where athletes, volunteers, and families assembled for the Olympic torch ceremony.
Across the United States, law enforcement officers carry the Special Olympics flame of hope on relays across their state, running for a common cause that brings the torch to the opening ceremonies of their state's Special Olympics Summer Games.
The officers are ready to kick off the parade of athletes into Reser Stadium. This is the moment our athletes have been waiting for, to enter the stadium representing their local programs from across the state. Fans, let them hear you. Now, introducing the stars of our ceremony, the athletes of Special Olympics Oregon.
Together, this is what you call inclusion. Clap along if you believe that revolution is inclusion.
When I look at the perseverance, and I look at the characteristics of our athletes, and those that support them, from family systems to Special Olympics staff, from our LETR council, from our communities, it is humbling. Woo! And I gotta tell you, in 24 years in law enforcement, some of the greatest connections I've had, where I felt the most value, is because you've invited me and us in law enforcement into that relationship with you. So thank you, it's been an honor.
Flame is now entering the stadium. Bringing in the flame of hope is Sergeant Dale Raybould from the Corvallis Police Department. He is joined by Special Olympics Oregon athlete Keon Hampton from Benton County. Keon will now light the cauldron, relighting the excitement of Summer State Games. And now the torch is lit. And now let the games continue.
One of the things that's really important to us is providing the opportunity to dream big. Part of state competitions is dreaming about, I want to go from my hometown and take that bus to Corvallis and go out to Reser Field, march through the gates and be a part of a state competition. And then they also have the opportunity to dream about going to a USA Games as part of Team Oregon, or going to a World Games as part of Team USA. And so Special Olympics is an international organization. It lives and breathes in pretty much every country. It's one of the most incredible incredible organizations you could ever want to be a part of. I watched the parents who probably, when they had a child with disabilities, thought, will my kid ever fit in? And it's cool.
Chief Hamilton, good talking to you again.
Thank you, sir. Good talking to you, too.
Really good to meet you, Chris.
Yeah, good to meet you,
Get
too.
some sleep, my
Thanks
friend.
for being here. Yeah, thank you.
Forever. This is us as we are. Oh!
Try again,
All right, we'll
Come
try
back
again.
in.
All right, Kim, thanks so much for the
Always-
time.
always good.
This is my
See you.
favorite annual event. Love being here. It's really good to talk to you again. Always a pleasure. This is us as we are. Oh, that was ridiculously low. Good talking to you again, Lou. Derek Sickler, good to talk to you. Congratulations. Have fun. This is us as we are. Really good to meet you, Nick. Nancy, really good talking to you. Appreciate it. It's really good to meet all three of you.
Likewise, nice to meet you, too.
Yeah, thanks for volunteering today. Michelle's really good talking to you. I appreciate it.
Good talking to you, too.
Really good talking to you. Appreciate it.
You can't throw a baseball with some in your other hand.
This is true. Yeah, no, you need that arm up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to have the other arm up.
It's really good meeting you and talking to you. Appreciate the conversation. Jack, really good to see you,
Good
my
to see you
friend. Yeah, dude. DeAndre, thank you so much for the conversation.
so much.
It's really good meeting you.
Thank you.
This is us as we are. Oh, almost. It's really good talking to you again.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Dylan. Thank you. Really good to meet you. And congratulations.
You got to come over to my house. We'll practice.
I'll take you.
I promise.
This is us as we are.
Oh, this is how he is. Go ahead.
This is us as we are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There he is.
Finally. That took a little minute.
Good job.
Thank you. Hey, Britt, thank you so much for the conversation.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, you guys. It's so nice that you did this.
Us As We Are is made possible in part by the Roundhouse Foundation, a private family foundation that supports creative solutions to the unique challenges associated with rural culture and the landscapes of the Pacific Northwest. Additional funding by the Elizabeth C. Peace Memorial Fund for Education and Social Welfare, and by the members of Southern Oregon PBS. Thank you.
Are there more? Are there more?